EFI, and I'm here today with Dr. John Rogerson. He's a doctor of biophysics and he specialises in understanding the effects of natural medicine. So I'd love to know a little bit more about your work.
Worked for 15 years looking at really how natural medicine affects the human body. Whether yoga, Ayurveda, sound therapy, naturopathy, hundreds of different types of natural medicine. And we do it in India at the UNESCO World Peace Centre and at Exeter University, running complementary trials, if you like, to look at various different metered patterns over time to see whether it's working.
And how many therapies have you researched?
Over this 15-year period, about 450 major therapies, but then a number of different brands. So anything you could name, we've probably looked at in one way, shape or form.
That's impressive. Amazing. Great. And how do you qualify your research?
When we're looking at double-blind trials, we use medical parameters, quantifiable equipment, so blood tests, urine tests, stool tests, acidity, hair analysis, toxicity, insulin levels, pain levels, weight levels. So using a whole lot of EEG, ECG, MRI scans when we can, but then that's quite expensive ultimately. So it depends whether a yoga institute or the Ayurvedic Association wants to really put themselves forward and really demonstrate that Ayurveda or yoga or naturopathy is efficacious and works. But we also use biofeedback equipment, so energy field imaging, some analysis from Killian photography, some, if you like, some more of the mind-body-spirit field that complementary therapists would use rather than doctors would use.
Okay, and how does the energy field scanning work?
Energy field, which we're known for, actually, we developed a load of energy field imaging products. We look with a camera, a normal digital camera, although analog was better, but now we're all in a digital age.
Yes.
We look with a camera, a full spectrum lighting system. We have a subject who stands in front of a white wall, and we take certain pictures of their body to look at where the flow is and where there's congestion. Then we put them on a treatment protocol.
Right.
So let's say music therapy or art therapy, or watch them fall in love, or watch them cleanse themselves, and then ultimately see the changes after 2 or 3 months. And in that way we can see whether that client is not only feeling better but is actually metered better on our scientific reporting.
That's great. It's a great way of seeing what works and what doesn't.
Well, otherwise, you know, a lot of people say that, oh, I feel better, but really we want to prove it to them that they are better. They're less acidic, they've got more energy, they've lost weight, they've got less lines, less worry, they're glowing, and that's really, you know, what we like to do, is to show people the before and afters.
And what's your favourite natural therapy?
Natural therapy, my favourite, gosh, very difficult. The thing that affects people more than anything is falling in love. So when you fall in love, your spirit just charges. Yoga's a very strong field for me, because yoga doesn't only mean, if you like, doing asanas. It means actually to unite, to be in union all the time. As you are set straight here, that's being united, if you like, with your spirit, with your mind, and with your physical body. So, you know, but I love so many. I mean, singing and dancing and playing and, you know, things that really, you know, riding a horse and, you know, surfing or rollerblading or whatever. But, you know, it's more a question of taking responsibility than potentially going to a therapist. Because if we eat right and we think right and we fall in love and we dance a bit and we ride a horse and do some yoga and swim a bit, we're fine. We don't need a complementary therapist. We don't really need, if you like, we don't really need that medication. Well, definitely we don't need the medication.
Definitely the medication. That's great. And so what kind of therapists would use the energy field imaging system?
The systems we developed are used by a wide range of clinics, hospitals, doctors, dentists, vets, people who work in Vastu. Hollywood movie True Lies was made with it. National Geographic, Vastu practitioners, Feng Shui workers, psychic surgeons, psychics, psychologists, psychiatrists. But our main work is in the complementary medical field, spas, anti-aging, weight loss, that sort of domain. And what we do is we train therapists to take pictures of the body, show them where they're blocked, put them on a treatment protocol, which will include more than one treatment. So cleansing, the diet, addressing the emotional issues of the body and the relationships, looking at, really trying to do more lifestyle improvements, let's say exercise, potentially a lot of massage we like indeed. That's another one of my favourites, massage.
I love that too.
So therefore you're really lifting the body in a different spectrum. You're not just going to the homeopath and getting a homeopathic. You're getting, nutrition counselling, and in that way the body really lifts and really changes. It's one of my criticisms slightly of complementary medicine is that people are rabbit hutched or rabbit boxed, and you go to one therapist and they do get you to a certain point, but then you're sort of left going, oh well, that colon therapy worked, but I need to really get my mercury out of my teeth. So we try and put you in the centre, or put a client in the centre of our team, and then use different parts to treat the whole, if you like.
That's great. That's great. And what kind of results have you heard back from the clinics that you've got given the
Well, varying. I would have to say that most people don't change because they don't want to change.
That's true. And they think they're healthy, but actually when you go through their diet, you realise actually they're maybe clogging it up with a lot of processed food and cooked food.
And also their emotions. They don't want to change their emotions. They're in a sort of poor little me syndrome, and they sort of go round and round and round poor little me. Then they eat sweets to sweeten their diet, and then they want spice because it's not spicy enough for their life, and then they want to sit around all day because they've got lethargy. And there's no way a complementary therapist can really help that person, and that's a lot of our clients. A lot of people come to complementary medicine looking for a quick cure, just like they try and get from allopathy. And in reality, we always throw that responsibility back to the client and say, oi, you've got to change your diet, you've got to change your lifestyle, you've got to do the yoga, not me. I can give you a massage or a sound therapy or a workshop in this, but ultimately it's not about me, it's about you changing your health.
And for those of you who don't know what allopathy is, it's would you like to give a definition of it?
Well, allopathy is modern medicine, basically chemical-based medicine. I mean, it's quite an irony that allopathy means all of the pathies, when actually modern medicine doesn't even look at nutrition.
Right. That's a good
point. It doesn't look at massage, doesn't really look at, if you like, any kind of complementary medicine. In fact, they subjugate us and call us alternatives. Where in fact we're a complement to the client, not an alternative.
And usually what works?
Well,
maybe it's unfair to generalise.
Let's call it preventative medicine. If you prevent illness, then you are working, you're not getting sick. There's no cure for death though. So what we're trying to do is to make that process as easy, as pain-free, as drug-free, without too much hospital care, because that's really what we're trying to really change our clients towards, is not just their immediate 3 months health and getting over their little hurdle of emotional loss or bad diet or bad exercise routine. We want them actually to take it to their grave, and so therefore their spirit is carried into a new light, if you like, without much pain from this realm, if you like.
Right.
But that's what we do.
That's great, and it's really fascinating talking about the dietary aspect, because when I'm working with sound, I say to people, this is great to tune you in, and you have to do the vibrational shifting with diet, with your emotions, with getting grounded in the body, all of that.
You've got to do it,
because otherwise it's only half the picture. It's
only half the picture, and that's where people are at the moment. They're slightly therapy hopping, and they're not these institutes, if you like, to try and put the client in the focus of 8 or 10 people, and actually give them a healthcare plan for the next 3 to 6 months.
Right.
This is the diet, this is the exercise routine, this is what you need to do, and slightly handhold them. It's not expensive, it's time really more than anything, and most of it's empowering, so you can do the sound vibrations yourself, or you can get somebody to come in and give you, let's say, a nutrition course, but then again, you know what to eat now. You don't need to be told it twice.
Right.
So that's kind of, what we're trying to want to do, is to make people empowered rather than beholden to therapists or doctors or complementary health centres or anti-aging clinics or yoga centres, because you do learn yoga, you learn it for 3 months, and then you can take it home and do it every day. But obviously it's fun to do it with a group of people, and there's a collective community and another vibe there, and it does work on another level, but empowerment's a strong thing.
It is, and it's beautiful, and to know that they can then feel empowered to be their own healer. And I think that's where we're moving towards, instead of looking to someone else.
Damn right, absolutely on the money. Yeah,
It's
totally
really
right.
exciting time.
We're living the best time ever.
Yeah.
You know, whatever people say, we are really living in the finest times of our lives. Never had it so good.
Yeah.
Despite what media might tell you.
Yes. Great. Well, thank you. Well, I really love your work, and I know that some people who are watching this, they're probably very interested to find out more. So how can they get in touch with you?
We don't have any commercial sort of activities in the marketing, no websites. We have a number of clinics with this equipment.
Yeah.
But for anybody out there, I suggest you get in contact with Eeshi-Ra.
Okay.
And then that can come through you.
Okay.
So not to be difficult, but
yeah, no, that's fine.
at the moment I'm a bit of a maverick and I don't have much time, so
Yeah.
then if you can be a little bit of buffer to that information, then that's great. But
Sure.
you know, we have a number of different clinics with this equipment. It's fascinating to use and show the energy field. It's a visual system.
Yes.
We've got 13 million different colour separations. We can see it live. It's been used in various cases. But no, let it come through you.
Okay.
Then I know who to thank.
Great.
Thank you.
Great. And if you want to know more, there are examples of Johnny's amazing work on the Tuning Forks page of my website. So go to eeshiraheart.net. That's ASHERA heart HART.net, and look under the About Sound Healing Tuning Forks page, and you'll see some amazing photos which will show you how sound therapy can be really amazing for the body, and it helps shift a lot of energy blockages and brings a lot of healing to you. So, great. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Eeshi-Ra.
Yeah,
I love
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you very much.
Great. Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
check out more videos on this channel. Thanks for joining us. Bye.